Okay, so if you look at the stack of sources we pulled together for you today, it feels less like a summary and more like attempting to drink from a fire hose,
Yeah.
honestly. The pace of AI development right now is just unparalleled. And we have a custom snapshot here covering everything from, corporate valuations to these really fundamental breakthroughs in model efficiency. Our mission today is pretty simple. We want to distill this explosion of news across finance, infrastructure, and governance. We want to give you the key knowledge so you can understand not just what the major players are doing, but why they're making these massive, high-stakes moves, and importantly, how those moves are shaping the future, including the whole regulatory environment.
Yeah, it's really crucial to see this as like three simultaneous races happening at incredible speed. You've got the financial race, this scramble for trillion-dollar valuations, and the staggering capital needed just to stay in the game. Then there's the technical race, which is all about making the models cheaper, faster, more capable, more efficient. And finally, the governance race, which is frankly struggling to keep up, trying to handle all the legal, safety, and IP challenges the first two races are throwing off.
Let's anchor ourselves in the money first. The sheer scale. We are literally watching this trillion-dollar AI arms race play out in real time. And NVIDIA, well, they're the undisputed infrastructure leader here. They've become the gravitational center, hitting that incredible $5 trillion market cap.
Right. And NVIDIA's strategy now, it's far more than just selling chips. They're really selling the entire ecosystem. Their recent GTC keynote, that was a masterclass in full stack dominance.
Yeah.
They launched the next-gen Rubin supercomputers, sure, but also things like the Air-C aerial RAN computer. That integrates AI into 6G through a partnership with Nokia, and Omniverse ASX for virtual AI design. They're locking down the whole AI pipeline from the cloud foundation right up to specialized hardware.
And their global strategy seems equally sharp. The sources noted that to keep access to compute markets everywhere, NVIDIA is offering a specific Blackwell variant just for China. It's a deliberate trade-off, isn't it? Half the performance for half the cost.
Exactly. Just to stay competitive in that really crucial global battleground. You have to be there.
Meanwhile, their biggest customers are spending money at just an insane rate, too. Alphabet Google announced their first ever $100 billion quarter.
Driven largely by AI demand, yeah.
Yeah.
And the rapid growth of their Gemini model. It's rocketing towards, 650 million monthly users?
And the cost of competing at this level, well, that seems to be driving OpenAI's massive financial moves. They're reportedly looking toward a potential $1 trillion IPO.
Possibly late 2026, maybe 2027.
And that goal isn't just about, getting rich. It's specifically aimed at funding the sheer cost of building that hyperscale infrastructure they need.
Exactly. To keep pace with Google and Microsoft, you need colossal amounts of capital.
Which required that critical legal maneuver you mentioned.
That's right. OpenAI shifted its governance structure to a public benefit corporation, a PVC. The key part of that strategic move was getting rid of the old investor profit cap. That helped them secure that huge $135 billion commitment from Microsoft.
For a 27% stake.
Yep. They needed to signal maximum revenue potential to fund that future growth. It was a necessary step for them.
I mean, it really is the definition of a speculative frenzy, isn't it? You look collectively, Microsoft, Meta, Alphabet invested $78 billion in hardware and data centers. Just last quarter.
$78 billion.
It almost makes you wonder if talking about a potential bubble is even relevant when the giants seem to think not spending is the real existential risk.
That's the core tension, absolutely. And we're seeing that investment immediately translate into this massive global adoption push. Look at the Reliance Jio Google partnership in India.
Right, that's huge.
They're rolling out an 18-month free Gemini 2.5 Pro plan, free, with storage, creation tools, to 1.45 billion Jio users.
1.45 billion users.
It's an unparalleled effort to just embed AI services into a massive consumer base almost overnight.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. Let's move past the finance and into the physics of AI, maybe, the technical breakthroughs themselves. What's fascinating here is the focus seems to have shifted. It's not just about making models bigger anymore.
No, it's about making them exponentially cheaper, faster, more accessible.
And that's changing the fundamental barrier to entry, right?
The efficiency gains are really stunning, especially in the open source community. A key finding in the sources shows open-weight models are closing in on the closed-source, state-of-the-art models.
How fast?
Well, according to one study, they're doing it in about 3.5 months, which is incredibly quick. We're seeing smaller players, like Marin 32B, topping the open source ranks, getting close to Google's Gemma 3. and Minimax M2 claiming best-in-class performance for open coding and agentic tasks with a massive 200K context window.
And the fundamental training infrastructure is getting smarter too. NVIDIA announced that breakthrough, training LLMs using 4-bit precision.
Yes, the 4-bit train.
Without sacrificing the usual 8-bit accuracy. So for the listener, what does training at 4-bit mean in, practical terms?
We'll give it this way. Instead of needing a huge server farm packed with high-end, memory-hungry GPUs, you can potentially train a really powerful model using basically half the memory footprint.
Half the memory? Yeah.
It dramatically slashes resource use. It lowers the cost of R&D. It makes cutting-edge AI suddenly feasible for smaller research teams or companies that, can't afford to spend $78 billion on capital expenditure.
And deployment speed is soaring too. We saw the news about VLLM's linear attention feature.
Right, up to 6x faster decoding.
And 75% lower memory usage. I mean, that's a game changer for running these huge models in real time.
Definitely. For anything low latency, like embedded systems, mobile devices, it's critical.
And researchers are getting really creative about teaching these models, aren't they?
They are. They've developed some pretty complex methods like general on-policy logic distillation.
Okay, sounds technical. What's the upshot?
The implication is huge. It basically aligns the tokenizers, the way models understand text, across totally different model families. So think Quen and Llama, for example. They can now accurately transfer knowledge between them.
So they can learn from each other?
Effectively, yes. Learn from each other much more efficiently. No matter the original architecture, it speeds everything up.
Exactly. And architectural diversity is really blossoming because of this. We're seeing these attention-free 14B models matching traditional transformer baselines, but on tiny budgets.
And loop LMs using adaptive computation to rival much larger models.
The synthesis here seems clear. The race isn't just about who has the biggest budget anymore.
No, it's rapidly becoming a race of efficiency and, well, cleverness too.
And that new accessible efficiency, that's what's powering this next application layer, right? The shift from static models to agents.
Specialized autonomous agents, that's the key. These are models designed not just to answer your questions, but to actually do things, to take actions and achieve goals for you.
And we're seeing these agents specialize in really high-stakes areas. Security, for instance. OpenAI is running a private beta for something called Aardvark.
Yes, Aardvark. It's reportedly GPT-5 powered, designed to autonomously find and fix software vulnerabilities.
So basically an automated cybersecurity expert as a developer tool.
Pretty much. That's the goal.
And the developer ecosystem is following fast.
It is. LangSmith shipped a no-code agent builder. Makes it easier for non-specialists to deploy these. And GitHub launched Agent HQ. It's like a central platform for developers to manage multiple AI coding agents, even sort out conflicts between them.
The real-world automation showcases are already showing just massive returns, measurable returns. In industry, Aramco deployed autonomous AI control agents at their Fadhili gas plant.
And achieved up to 15% reductions in chemical and energy use. That's a huge sustainability impact and cost savings happening right now.
And healthcare deployment looks equally foundational.
It definitely. The NHS is piloting an AI tool that analyzes prostate MRI scans in minutes. Drastically speeding up diagnosis. Plus, you saw Aria Health raised over $18 million, specifically to automate post-acute care tasks. That could really ease the administrative burden on healthcare staff.
And scientifically, that OpenFold 3 breakthrough.
Huge. A foundation model for predicting 3D structures of proteins, nucleic acids, small molecules.
That acceleration and structural prediction could literally shave years off drug discovery, off basic science research.
And then on the consumer side, the lines are blurring incredibly fast. Google Maps rolling out Gemini for smarter solo driving assistants.
Right, I saw that.
And Walmart partnering with ChatGPT for conversational AI shopping. You can plan meals, buy stuff, just by talking to the AI.
These agents are really entering our daily routines now.
So if we step back, look at the sheer velocity of all this.
Yeah.
The tech, the finance.
You have to ask, what about the brakes? What about the necessary pause? The governance challenges are multiplying just as quickly. It highlights this pace mismatch, doesn't it? Innovation versus regulation.
Well, the sources highlight two really critical safety concerns that are immediate. First, child safety. There are serious warnings out there that OpenAI's Sora video app, well, it lacks effective parental controls.
Which opens the door to potential misuse, either by kids or towards them.
Exactly. And second, the mental health burden is already acute. OpenAI itself revealed 1.2 million weekly interactions on ChatGPT involve users expressing suicidal thoughts.
1.2 million weekly.
Yeah, that forced an urgent update to the system's crisis response capabilities. It's a massive responsibility.
And while governance is slow, it is moving. California enacted that law banning AI chatbots from impersonating licensed healthcare providers.
Which is a significant step, a crucial distinction aimed at protecting patient safety, the integrity of medical advice.
On the IP front, the legal friction is just escalating dramatically.
It really is. The federal court allowed George R.R. Martin's copyright lawsuit against OpenAI to proceed.
That sets a key precedent, doesn't it? Regarding using copyrighted works and training data without permission.
Absolutely. And the trademark issue is live too. Cameo is suing OpenAI over Sora's Cameo feature.
The one for generating celebrity video likenesses.
Right. It shows that as these AI agents specialize, they're just running headlong into existing commercial and legal boundaries.
Though industry is trying to find some collaborative path forward, it seems.
Sometimes. Universal Music Group, for instance, partnered with Stability AI and Udio. They want to develop professional tools that actually protect artist rights while still allowing for creative uses, like fan engagement. It's a complex balancing act.
A necessary search for that middle ground. Protection versus innovation.
Yeah, and finally, there's the accountability piece.
Yes, Microsoft and OpenAI now mandating independent expert panels to verify any claims of AGI, artificial general intelligence.
That's a key step, right, towards transparency, managing expectations.
But then you also have research showing these tools can worsen the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Right, inflating user self-confidence, even among people who think they know AI well.
Which just underscores that maybe critical thinking skills are the most valuable tools we need to develop next, alongside the AI.
So if we synthesize this whole deep dive,
Yeah.
the tension is crystal clear. You have this unprecedented speed and efficiency, NVIDIA at $5 trillion, 4-bit training making AI cheaper, agents automating huge industries. And that's colliding head-on with the essential but slow and frankly expensive work of governance, IP protection, safety management.
It really is the defining technological tension of our age, isn't it?
Yeah. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, just think about the trend towards physical autonomy, robotics. The source material notes that today's humanoids, like 1X's NEO, they're only at a kind of pre-iPhone phase.
Meaning rapid, society-altering gains are probably just ahead in the physical world this time.
Exactly. Yet so much of the public anxiety, the regulatory resistance, it focuses on the mistakes of autonomous systems, especially cars. Meanwhile, as a society, we tolerate the known, very high crash risk from human drivers every single day.
It raises a really important question for you, the listener, to consider. Are we maybe misallocating our scrutiny, focusing too much on one kind of autonomy risk while ignoring another?
And maybe more importantly, are we truly prepared for the inevitable rapid integration of human-level agents across every sector, from your spreadsheets, to your factory floor? Something to think about.